TBC, what's the deal? Now, just the storyline all together in this fight, just very intriguing to me. I know this fight, nobody knows about this fight, but Robert Filipovic versus Konstantin Airich. Now, some of you may say, who the hell are these guys? Konstantin Airich, you probably have heard of. Um, he's been in there with guys like Adrian Gannad and Anthony Joshua, Alexander Ustinov, Tom Schwartz, Marius Watt, Tsar Glaskov, Aliander Solis, Denis Bogtov, Andre Redinko, a lot of these fighters, man. And usually he's pushing guys to the limit, 10 rounds with Glaskov and the full 8 rounds with Tom Schwartz. Joshua was able to get him out of there, 3 rounds. Adrian Granat, 3 rounds. Some guys are able to get rid of him, but it's not a 1-round blowout type of thing with him. I mean, he will stand his ground. He's a short guy. He's only 6'1". He's not huge for the division, but he's tough. He can take a punch, and he can throw some combinations and get his rhythm going and fight you from mid-range, is when he's at his best. And it's funny because a prospect, Filipovic, he fought him in his second pro fight. Now, to me, that's kind of jumping off the porch kind of soon because, I mean, Denis Bogtov was, 37-9 when he fought him. Adrian Gannat was 7-0 when he fought him. Joshua was 7-0. Andre Redinko was 26-2. Alexander Ustinov was 32-1. Marius Watch was 31-1. Tom Schwartz was 12-0. Solis was 17-1. Glaskov was 12-0. These guys are fighting them, at least by their 7th pro fighting on. Some guys fought them to stay busy. Ustinov and Redinko, but for him to fight him in his second pro fight is kind of asking a lot from your prospect. We know some guys are on a fast pace, guys like Alexander. Some guys are on to a fast pace, but to throw him in there that quick was kind of eye-popping to me. So he's fighting him in his 3rd pro fight, so it's the rematch tomorrow. So I'm interested to see how his fight's going to go. Now, the first fight, Konstantin Airich, it was a good fight because Filipovic, he came out, he tried to, do the old Mike Tyson, come out very fast, very explosive, throwing his hands, hooks and uppercuts. And Airich, he withstood it all. He weathered the storm, and then he came back throwing shots. Filipovic, he slowed down. It was almost as if like he thought he was going to go in there and knock him out in the first round. And then once that method didn't work and the fight slowed down and he had to stand and trade and go on his back foot and catch and shoot and, try to slip and roll under shots, his legs started to get a little, scrambled. His defense started to break down a little bit, but he still fought and he tried to keep a good high guard and a good technique. He tried, and that's what I liked about the prospect. He didn't fold. He tried, but he just got a little tired, looked a little awkward going backwards trying to fight. But it's going to be interesting to see tomorrow how this plays out. I'm not saying this guy's ever going to be heavyweight champion of the world, but just the storyline for a guy to go in there in his second pro fight and to fight Konstantin Airich, says a lot about his team and, just him as a fighter, what he thinks of himself to, Airich is the guy you want to fight in your second pro fight, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, something like that. Or if you're a contender trying to stay busy, European level, he's a good guy to get some work with. But I'm not trying to make Airich out to be some world beater, but pretty tough for your prospect to go in there in second pro fight. Now, he did fight a guy who was 20-8. Filipovic did. He fought a guy who was 20-8 in his first pro fight. Forgot that guy's name. But when I did look at the guy, he was pretty much a lifelong cruiserweight, had a few fights at light heavyweight, even a fight at 160 once upon a time. And with his 8 losses, 7 of them were by knockout, and it was by quick knockout. First, second round knockout. His wins were over guys that were 0-3, 0-6, guys that didn't have winning records, guys who he should have probably, most likely would beat 9 times out of 10. But whenever he stepped up and fought anybody with winning records or prospect level, he got knocked out quick. I believe Andre Redinko knocked him out in the first round also. Forgot the guy's name, but I don't know, man. I'm just trying to get this fight out there. Now, this fight will be televised in Turkey and Argentina, so hopefully it's uploaded on the YouTube. And I'm going to watch it, man, just for the just to see how this prospect does, to see if he can learn from his mistakes, or is it going to just be a replay? You know, some prospects can learn from mistakes, man. Some guys going to fall into the same trap. So will he come out very fast, or will he try to fight at a measured pace? This fight was last October, so he's got some months to rest and see what he comes out and does. But he got stopped in the 6th round of the Airich fight. Fight's on YouTube. I'll leave it in the description box. Just check it out, man. I'm curious to see this result tomorrow.